you got this guy named Caleb Love, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm going to be the what the H guy because I think that Tennessee basketball can hit another level if they get serious, and they need to get serious right now.
What the? What was he thinking?
Release the hounds.
The Dave Hooker Show.
Keep cool.
A presentation of offthehooksports.com.
Okay, so if you don't know who this cat is, then you don't watch a lot of basketball. But Caleb Love, after a fantastic tournament 2 years ago, he decommits from Michigan after transferring from UNC. All right, Tennessee, are you serious? You got the NIL money. Do you want to be a basketball school as well as a football school, or do you want basketball just to kind of be the post-dinner liqueur? Okay, because you can go get this cat. You throw $10 million at him. You got him. He's a shooter. He's exactly what you need. Go get him. Go get him. Don't even make it close. Just say you need to be a Vol. Rick Barnes has North Carolina ties. I'm sure he can find his number. Just be done with it. And this guy could have as big of an impact on a basketball team for 1 year as Nico could have on a football team for 1 year. Go get him. Go get him. And for the SEC schools that want to be taken seriously in basketball, the Alabamas and the Auburns of the world, why is nobody else going after him? Why does the SEC have this kind of, we'll let him go somewhere else, let him go to Michigan or an ACC school? Go get this kid. Am I missing something? I mean, you got the cash.
Yeah, you're missing something. And what you're missing is this kid is massively overrated and living off a tournament run in 2022. That's it. That's all he's got. For the record, I am the genius basketball talent evaluator, clearly.
He's a better shooter than anybody Tennessee has.
No, he's not. He shot 29.9% from three last year. 2 years ago, he was 37.8% from the field in general. He can shoot, and he shoots mid-range shots. The mid-range is dead. He's a fit for Barnes because Barnes believes in these low percentage stupid shots, but I don't think it's a conducive to winning. If Caleb Love is going to fit anywhere, it's going to be at Kentucky because of Calipari's dribble drive, which would work in his favor. Rick Barnes doesn't run the dribble drive. And
Calipari doesn't want to do a bunch of NIL deals because he calls it tripping over nickels to get to millions.
Well, so Calipari doesn't have to worry because players don't need NIL because they know if they play for Calipari, they'll be in the NBA in a year as first-round picks with way more money anyway.
I think this guy would be a great fit for Barnes.
I don't. I think he would hold Tennessee back. I do. I think he's overrated. I think he would be way too much of a volume shooter. I think he'd be Tyreek Key, but taking way more shots.
5-star prospect coming out of high school.
Miss. It was a miss.
Clutch in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago for UNC.
Okay, yes, clutch. Clutch has to come with like being good enough to get you there. And so it's kind of like the Peyton Eli talk when people would say Eli's more clutch. It's like, okay, yeah, but you're still taking Peyton every time because even though Eli's more clutch in the postseason, you don't know if Eli can get you to the postseason.
So you take Tyreek Key over Caleb Love every time.
I didn't say that. I just said he'd be Tyreek Key with a lot more taking a lot more shots.
Make a lot more shots. Go to crafttreats.com if your dog is having any issues with indigestion or having any issues with arthritis and also anxiety. They'll take care of you. So you have got to go to crafttreats.com, use a promo code off the hook, get 20% off the chill pills with the CBD derivative or any of their fine treats. They are awesome. So check it out. D says $10 million for a 1 year wonder. No way. Well, I was exaggerating a little bit. Are you telling me
$10 million for a 1 year mediocrity? Sorry.
No. Okay. So you're telling me you wouldn't even take him? Like if he called Tennessee. Oh, that's insane.
He's overrated.
That's insane.
Overrated.
Did you see the fact they couldn't make any shots in the tournament? He may be overrated based off of his 5-star, but he's a bona fide starter in college basketball and started for UNC, which is a better program than Tennessee historically.
And Hubert Davis is on the hot seat for UNC underachieving last year.
Well, yeah, but what did he do the year before?
That was okay, Dave. You know this. How many times can teams get red hot and make a Final Four run, and then that North Carolina made a Final Four run in 2000 against Tennessee, and that was I forgot who was coaching them at that time, but he wasn't that good of a coach. And that
scout guy says he'd take him. So okay, let me ask you this: would you pay $10 million if you're Jim Haslam for a Final Four run right now? Guaranteed Final Four run. Write the check, whatever it is. Caleb Love or whoever. Would you write the check to make a Final Four run?
Yes, the principle of opening up the checkbook to get elite basketball talent, I'm with you on. If we want to talk about that,
you don't think he's the guy. You don't think he's the guy.
I just don't think he's the guy. I would pay $10 million to get.
Well, here's the thing you have to remember: Tennessee's not going to get the guy until they prove they can get to the Final Four. So it's the chicken or the egg thing.
Well, you're not going to get to the Final Four with Caleb Love. Okay, that was a fluke run 2 years ago. That's not happening again.
You got to get there with somebody. Their recruiting is a bunch of transfers who are just kind of okay. And this guy's better than the transfers they've taken in.
They're recruiting well. Remember, they have JP Estrella, Cade Phillips, Freddie DeLeon coming in. Those are all 4-stars I just named.
Well, I was talking about transfer guys. The transfers they've taken in recently.
Yeah, they're recruiting sharpshooters because they need more shooting. Because as I said last year, Tennessee couldn't buy a bucket.
Okay, so you want to turn down the best shooter in the 2022 NCAA tournament?
Yes, because that was the biggest fluke of all time. He got hot the way how many? Yes, that was a fluke run, that 2022 NCAA tournament. He's overrated. He's not that good. That NCAA tournament run is. I'm trying to think of a player. Who's a player that had a great bowl game, and we thought they were great because of a bowl game. Well, Dave might say Joe Milton, but okay. So, but
great.
You know what that 2022 NCAA tournament run is? Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. That 2022 NCAA tournament run is the equivalent of Alex Brown's 1999 performance against Tennessee when Florida played Tennessee. Alex Brown became an All-American type player and considered an NFL draft pick because of that one game. And you and I know, Dave, he was one of the most overrated players that ever played football.
Yeah, and that was T shaking his hands, if I remember correctly, right? T shook his hand. Yeah, no, when he was under center, he would shake his hands right before the snap. So Alex was reading that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So that I think I did hear about that. But
so it made him look a lot better than he was because he was getting a pre-snap read. And I don't even think he told his teammates, which sometimes you don't do, because then some idiot defensive tackle will tell. He'll mention to the offensive lineman, hey, we got you, you're shaking your hands. And I think Alex Brown just totally took advantage of that situation.
That made him a 3-year household name at Florida, and he never had another game like that. But people kept talking about him like he was a star because of that one game.
Somebody to shake his hands. That's what he needed.